When Lydia Morgan received the letter, she almost laughed. The envelope was yellowed with age. The ink, a deep indigo, flowed in elegant loops, the kind only fountain pens and forgotten hands could write. It was addressed to her full name, Lydia Ann Morgan, and sent to an address she hadn't used in over 15 years, her grandmother's old house in the hills of Vermont. She hadn't returned since the funeral. She told herself she never would. Inside the envelope was a single sentence. "It's time to come home. The house remembers you." No signature, no sender. Just that one line. She tossed the letter onto the counter, telling herself it was some mistake. A prank. Nostalgia playing cruel tricks. But that night, she dreamed. She saw the hallway, smelled the cedar walls and dust-laced curtains, heard the stair that always creaked third from the top, and the attic door, the one that never stayed shut, opened slowly, just as she used to fear. When she woke up, her hands smelled faintly of pine, and the letter was gone. The gravel drive wound up like a memory she tried to bury. Each crunch of her tires stirred echoes in the air. And then there it was. The house. It looked almost untouched. The windows sparkled clean. The hedges were trimmed. But the gate was chained shut with a lock older and rustier than her memories. She forced it open. Inside, the air was thick, not with dust, but with time. The same floral wallpaper lined the foyer. The same grandfather clock still ticked in the hall. And her grandmother's old armchair still sat perfectly in place, bathed in afternoon light. On the side table beside it lay another envelope, a fresh one. "Welcome back. You've been missed." That night the house stirred. It didn't speak in voices. It whispered in movement. A book slipped from its shelf in the study. A record began to spin on the untouched phonograph in the living room. In the kitchen, a cupboard creaked open, slowly revealing a porcelain doll Lydia hadn't seen since she was 7 years old. At 3 a.m., she heard footsteps. Upstairs, deliberate, heavy, human. But she was alone, wasn't she? On the third day, she discovered something she'd never seen before. Behind the bookshelf in the study, tucked away like a secret long forgotten, was a hidden door. She hesitated, then pushed the shelf aside. A narrow stairwell yawned beneath, descending into cold, silent dark. She lit a candle and stepped down. The smell hit her first earth and smoke, mixed with something older. The room below was filled with journals, dozens of them, each labeled in her grandmother's handwriting. She opened one at random. The entries were dated, not from the past, but from now, from the last few days. Lydia is here. She does not remember. That is good. The house grows stronger with her return. Tonight, we begin. She froze. A floorboard creaked behind her. The lights went out the following night. Not flickered gone. The house felt heavier now, like it was breathing, watching. Lydia rushed to the door. Locked. The windows wouldn't shatter. Her phone, no signal. Her car keys vanished. And then the house began to change. New rooms where there were none. Hallways twisted into impossible angles. Paintings shifted on the walls, faces turned toward her, eyes that followed. Scenes inside the frames morphed when she wasn't looking. She shouted into the dark, "What do you want from me?" The answer came. From behind the walls. From inside them. "You never left." Suddenly, she remembered. She had lived here before. Not just as a child. Before memory. Before time. Before birth. This house had held her family for generations. Each one returned, pulled back, in a loop they could never escape. Her grandmother was the last. Now it was her turn. The voice spoke again. "You are the key. You are the door." This wasn't a haunted house. It was alive, and she was a part of it. Or, it was part of her. Weeks later, The house was found empty. No sign of Lydia, but the windows were open. The clock in the hall ticked softly, and on the table in the sitting room, beneath a single shaft of sunlight, another letter. It's time to come home. The house remembers you.